is the Laguepie new power thing. So it's heavy, it's very heavy. It looks like Laguepie, but apparently what I heard from a guy on YouTube is that it's called a blue tea. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and then I'm going to charge it up because we're going to be using it this weekend. Normally, there you go, there's all the plugs on the front. Apparently people say they don't like these things, but it seems okay to me. There you go, there's that. And it's all there. If I turn it on, what happens? The screen comes on. And it is 62% charged from out of the box. So not too bad. We're off on an adventure. Well, it's not really a big adventure. We're going about 100 kilometers from home into the Gorges de l'Aveyron. But the adventure is, we've never stayed on one of these camping car stops, and that's what we're going to do. So let's go. We're all packed up and ready to go. And it's a bit of a mess, but there you go. But we're taking this engine with us, this thing, this big thing. It looks like it's called a Laguepie. It's the AC200 Max, which is 2048 watt hour. And this is, if there's no electricity where we're going, then we're going to be using that. It's massive, it's quite heavy, but I think it'll do the job. Just to show you, there's a couple of charging points, inductive charging points for the phone there. There's loads of stuff here. We've never used it. I got it delivered yesterday, and as I said, we're going off to one of these motorhome stop places. It's the middle of October, so there's not many campsites. So we normally go to small campsites, little farms and stuff like this, but this time we're going to try this place. And the reason I got the Laguepie was because there are loads of them around here on the Mediterranean, and also in the Tarn, near Montpellier and places like this, but a lot of them don't have electricity. So this is going to be our backup electricity. We might like it so much that we decide to do a bit of wild camping, because you can probably get away with that more off season than in season. But I just want to give a little shout out to a company called Original People. Now, I ordered something off of there. I ordered a couple of stickers. There you go, 2 frogs and 2 dogs on tour from them, and a couple of mugs. It took my payment, and I thought, well, I've just been ripped off again. It was a thing on Facebook Market. Sent off a mail, not with too much hope, and a guy got back to me, Frederick, who was absolutely brilliant. He got back to me by telephone and by mail, kept me informed about it. He sent it off. He doesn't know whether the payment has actually been made. It looked like it was made in my bank, but we're not 100% sure. And he's sent the stuff anyway, and he said we'll sort the payment out afterwards. So that for me was like excellent customer service. The guy's a great communicator. He's based in Spain, called Frederick, and I think this company is really, really good, thanks to Frederick. A lot of people, they ask questions about where do dogs travel in the van. These are our 2 Jack Russell Terrierists, the Stanley and Rodney. There you go. And what they do, we've just got them a little, well, they've got their baskets underneath the table, and just for security while we're driving, we just make sure they're attached to the table. So they've got room to move around, but not too much, so they don't get into the driving area. And that's how we do it. And it's also a big hello to Martin Anderson and his talking cat. Hi Martin, from Stan and Rodney and the 2 frogs. 2 frogs and 2 dogs on tour.
Maître, tournez à droite sur la voie puis continuez sur rue de la Brèche.
Don't worry. can you not see? No?
Tournez à droite sur rue de la Mairie, puis tournez à gauche sur la voie. Dans 100 mètres, tournez à gauche sur la voie, puis tournez à gauche sur rue du
Then
Malin.
have to go back over that road. So it was where you said, I think, down that little machin.
Dans 40 mètres, tournez à gauche sur rue du Malin, puis tournez à gauche sur des 922, rue du 19 mars 1962. Dans 110 mètres, tournez à gauche sur des 922, rue du 19 mars 1962, puis tournez à gauche sur des 958, rue de la Liberté. Tournez à gauche sur des 958, rue de la Liberté. Dans 210 mètres, tournez à gauche sur rue de la Gare, puis tournez à gauche sur chemin de Saint-Cambrère.
Apparently this bush Richard is quite nice.
Ah, yeah?
Dans 90 mètres, tournez à gauche sur rue de la Gare, puis tournez à gauche sur chemin de Saint-Cambrère. Dans 75 mètres, tournez à gauche sur chemin de Saint-Cambrère.
So they all come out the same way. You reckon? What's really do with the air?
Dans 1,4 km,
What is?
tournez
What's
légèrement
really
à gauche
do
sur
with the air?
chemin de Saint-Cambrère.
No?
It was all, as we arrived, the building was all like burnt or something.
Ah, yeah? Got a big sign still. Maybe we should tell them that it's all burnt. That looks quite a long way away. I think quite a long way away. It's not just here.
No, see, I was
Wait, the brasserie, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the pumping car park. You see it?
This is camping car.
It does, yeah.
So I need to ring now. But there's nobody.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, so you think you should give me a code? Find out.
So now we've arrived where this is the Aveyron River in a place called Laguepie, and this is the camping car park, the motorhome park, and we have to get a card because it's run by a network called Air Camping Car, and it looks like there's nobody here, so my wife's just phoning
Il m'avait dit de vous appeler une fois que je suis sur place.
to try and get in because we've already booked it. So I better get in the van, I suppose. But here it is, there's absolutely nobody here. And it looks like on each pitch, it looks like there's electricity, there's shade for the summer. This is the 15th of October and it's 25 degrees. Very nice. My wife is... I've got to go forward now, apparently. Oh wow,
C'est bon.
we're in.
Je vous remercie.
Right, I'm just going to go and fill up with water. There's toilets here, there's showers. Apparently the showers are just cold water, so we'll see how brave we are to take one of them. Here you have the grey water and black water emptying. There's a water tap there to fill up. On each of the pitches there is electricity. We are the only ones here at the moment, and it looks like it's going to stay that way. And it's an absolutely fabulous weekend. Just behind the van there is the Aveyron River, and this is, we'll just go in now, this is the toilets and shower. Just to show you, this is €11 a night with electricity. Okay, and these are the toilets. Simple but effective. There you go. That's the shower. There's one. There are two loos, one for disabled here and one here. The thing about this place is it's absolutely perfectly clean. There's the disabled one. It's fabulous, really, really good. I mean, for the price, it's totally clean. It's great. And just round the back, there are places to do the dishes. I might as well take you around there. And this is a couple of basins to do the dishes, and some over here to do dishes as well. They're a little bit dusty, they've probably been used for a while. But I mean, look at this place, it's absolutely fabulous. It really is. It's great. All of the pitches have their own space. There's a choice of grass or gravel. It's a really, really good place. And as I said, €11 a night. I had to buy a card. It's called France Camping Car or something like that. I'll tell you later. And apparently they've got a network of these all over the place. And this is brilliant. Really, really good. We're going to go to the village later and we'll go together. Okay. Just going to have some lunch and then we're going to head off to the village. There's the two Jack Russell terrorists having a bit of a drink. So we've just come out of the place where we parked the van. Just going past it now. There's a lovely walk alongside the river Aveyron, and you can see in the back here, here's the van. There you go. And over here is the river Aveyron. And we're just gonna go and visit the village, see what's around in the village, have a coffee or something. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, mid-October. It's fabulous. It's always the best season here. Anyway, and there's hardly anybody down. Somebody's just come with a camping car, and they decided to park right near us. The place is empty. I don't know how many pitches there are, about 15 maybe. And they decided to park right opposite us with their awning facing ours. And then they moved, which was good. Yes. So they're a little bit further away, and why not? Because as I say, the place is empty. And we're just off to the village. I can see the bridge. Okay, so see you there. is a walkway, it's a footpath alongside the river Aveyron, which is about, from our van, it's about 2 meters to get onto this path, and it goes on. There's lots of them which are well marked out, and this one's really nice, right alongside the Aveyron river. I'll show you what we can see from here, and this one is apparently a 12k walk. It's easy, it follows the river, so it's not hilly, and it's quite shady, so you can even do it in summer. Really nice place, and I'll just show you the other side. And it's also a place where dogs can go for a swim. Did you let your dogs go for a swim, madam?
Of course, yes, they loved it.
Curious moss growth on lots of trees along this path. Look at that, looks a bit prehistoric. You can see it all down there. It's like a raster tree or something like that. Yeah, I'm going to call these the raster trees of Laguepie, because that's where we are, Laguepie, in the Tarn Garonne département of southwest France. So we're not too far from the Aveyron, and here they are, raster trees, man. Even bamboo forests. How about that? Crazy. Raster trees and bamboo forests. I've been on quite a few Facebook groups about van life, and I was just wondering why people do van life. I mean, I see some people, they do it through necessity, because they have to live somewhere and they live in their van all year round, and other people do it, I don't know why really, they seem to just want to do some wild camping in different places. So in this video I'll give you some of the reasons why I do it, because I mean van life is a fairly new concept. I mean, the hashtag is a fairly new thing, but I've been doing this for ages. I mean, my first was a T2 VW combi, which I did a bit of what we could call van life in Poland and a part of Russia, which we can't mention now, but I'll mention it. It's called Kaliningrad, which was a bit the Wild West at the time. It's in the early 90s. Then I did loads of different trips in my combi T2, which was absolutely great. And I mean, I'd never heard of the hashtag at the time. It was never a thing, if you like, this van life. But in this video I will show you why I like it, and why I like this thing, which everybody now calls van life. Even though I'm not a full-timer, I don't live it in all year round, but sort of travel all year round. So does that count? I don't know. I've also got you know, my jars underneath my cupboard, which you screw up and down. I'll show you that when we get back to the van. I also have a neon strip around the bed, and I have some false plants. The only thing is, I don't drink Alpro, but my wife does. I'm not a vegan, as you'll see, because I'm going to go back after this walk and have lunch, which will definitely not be vegan. But at the moment, I'm just doing a walk where just over 4 kilometres into it. Probably do 10 or 12 kilometres. I think it's 12 kilometres long, and we'll get back for lunch. And I'll show you my sort of qualifications for being able to put a hashtag van life on my post, on my video, because I do have, like I said, the screw up jars, I do have false plants, and I do have an LED strip. Now my wife drinks Alpro, so there may be some Alpro in the fridge. I'll check that when I get back. So see you there. We're having a lovely walk, me and Stan and Rodney and my wife. It's lovely. It's the middle of October, by the way. It's the 16th of October, and it is 25 degrees. It's absolutely beautiful, and hopefully it will keep going on. But generally down here it's the best season. There's no tourists. It's you know, the nights and the mornings can be a little bit fresh, a little bit cooler, but the day is absolutely beautiful and it's lovely now. So see you back at the van.
It's calling me, like the rainbow, It's calling me, like the rainbow, the rainbow.
So this is the main reason why we do van life. That is me, my wife, and our 2 Jack Russell terrorists. We're in the middle of the forest now. A lovely, lovely walk alongside the Aveyron River. The Aveyron River is what gives its name to the department, the Aveyron, which is the capital of the Aveyron is Rodez. We're not too far away from there, but we are far away from there. We're not far from a place called Cordes sur Ciel. If you've never heard that place, then you should check it out, and we'll probably go there soon to do a video. But this is why we do it, because we love it. And we've been walking for about I don't know, about nearly 2 hours, I guess.
0.753 kilometers.
That's my wife being funny.
That's you.
She's doing her stand-up while sitting down on a rock. But anyway, we've been walking, I would say, for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like this. It doesn't matter exactly. But we've crossed 2 people so far, and that's it. And we don't expect to cross too many other people. And this is what it's all about, is to be in nature. Like I said before, it's the 16th of October. It's 24 degrees. It's great. Absolutely fabulous. Why do Jack Russell terrorists do this? I mean, why do they always choose a stick that's about 3 times as big as them? They never choose a stick which is a small one. And this is what they do all the time. Those do, but not the sensible ones. Here's the sensible one, and he does nothing. He just walks along and then goes back to sleep. And his brother does this type of thing. And it's always bigger than them. This is why you see the Jack Russells are frightened of nothing, because they think everything is smaller than them.
I can't control it.
Now this is a sign that I like to see, especially when I'm walking in the woods with the dogs in the middle of nowhere. And this means that they're not allowed to hunt here. In my opinion, it should be everywhere. Shouldn't be allowed to hunt. Anyway, but that's my opinion. There you go. Case closed. There's a viper. Yeah, so as you can see, I have all of the required stuff for van life. I have my jars stuck up on the top here, or I can take them off if I want to, obviously. Plants and shelves. Yeah, over here another plant, obviously a rainforest plant growing in here. And then if we come to the back, we can see as well, in fact I might go the other side, but we can see that. We probably won't see it now, but I've got an LED light. There you go, LED light up there. Dun, 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 in the bedroom. Let's turn it off again. Alright, it's off. In all seriousness, these are pretty cool. These are little USB fans and they work absolutely brilliantly. And I've fixed them so they can be turned wherever. And obviously, you've got to have your bookshelf, haven't you? And one is not good enough, so you have to have 2 bookshelves. And there you go, with some little bit of light reading and thermometer from Action with it says 4:07 AM. I mean, I've fixed this thing so many bloody times, I'm not going to bother. It's top quality entertainment stuff. It's funny enough, I've got a big skylight. Well, it's not funny, but a big skylight, and I've got a blind to go over it, but I don't even want to put it in there because we actually love looking at the stars at night through it. It's fabulous. It doesn't even matter about getting woken up in the morning because the bed is so comfortable that we don't get woken up. So there you go. There is the setup. 2 seats there, turned around. That was to watch the rugby last night. Yeah, anybody that watches football, you're wrong. There you go. And that's the setup for the van life hashtag.